Welcome to Monday's Devotions. We're starting a new series today, just leading up to Easter, on the I am sayings, which are to be found in John's Gospel. In John's Gospel, there are traditionally called 7 I am sayings. I am the bread of life. I am the door. I am the good shepherd. I am the light of the world, and so forth. Sayings which Jesus has made about himself. I said traditionally there are 7 I am sayings. Actually, there are 9 I am sayings. There's 2 other sayings in which Jesus used that phrase, I am, which are particularly important. And what we're going to do today is look at these 2 other incidents where Jesus used that I am phrase, and then we'll follow on tomorrow looking at those more famous statements. So, the 2 instances where Jesus used the I am are in John 8 and in John 18. So let's look at John 8 first of all. Verse 56. Your father Abraham rejoiced that he would see my day. He saw it and was glad. So the Jews said to him, you're not yet 50 years old, and have you seen Abraham? Jesus said to them, truly, truly, I say to you, before Abraham was, I am. So they picked up stones to throw at him. But Jesus hid himself and went out of the temple. Now, Jesus is getting into quite a fierce debate here with the Jewish authorities. It's becoming pretty nasty towards him. They've accused him of being a demon, accused him of being a Samaritan, which is one of the lowest comments that a Jew could make about another Jew. They really are opposing him. They really are despising him. And in the midst of this conversation, Abraham comes up. And Jesus says Abraham rejoiced to see his day, that Abraham was a prophet. He was looking forward to the day that Jesus would come. And from what Jesus said, he implied that he knew Abraham. And they're saying, how could this be? You're not yet 50 years of age, and yet Abraham lived all those centuries before. How could you have known Abraham? And it's then Jesus makes a statement. Before Abraham was, I am. And that wee phrase, I am, was not just Jesus saying that he existed before Abraham existed, which was amazing enough. But I am goes back to Moses at the burning bush when he asked God what was his name, and God says, I am who I am. It's God's personal name. It's as if God is saying, I am who I am. There's no one else like me. I have no competitors. I have no equals. I am the God who does as I please. And Jesus, by saying, before Abraham was, I am, he is saying that he's that God who met with Moses at the burning bush. He's the God who made this world. He's the God of the Old Testament. And the Jews realised what he's saying, because that's why they wanted to stone him for blasphemy. They're saying, how could you be God, basically? And they want to kill him, because he's making himself out to be this glorious God. Let's go to John 18 and read a few verses there. And this is just when Jesus is about to be arrested. And we read in verse 4, Then Jesus, knowing all that would happen to him, came forward and said to them, Whom do you seek? They answered him, Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus said to them, I am. Judas, who betrayed him, was standing with them. When Jesus said to them, I am, they drew back and fell to the ground. So in this incident, the mob is coming out. Jesus steps out. He's not going to hide away. He says, Who are you seeking? Jesus of Nazareth, they say. And Jesus says, I am. Most translations actually have, I am he, but the he's not in it. He just says, I am. And when he uses those words, I am, this massive crowd of soldiers and others, they draw back and they fall to the ground. Because by using that phrase, I am, again, the personal name of God, the name that God used revealing himself to Moses, the name Yahweh, Jehovah, by using that, something of Jesus' majesty shines through at that moment. So these soldiers all have to step back and bow before him. And in a sense, Jesus then has to basically coax them to take him. They've been so overawed by coming in contact with him. And so when we look at these other expressions that Jesus used, I am the bread of life, I'm the light of the world. Think of that I am. Jesus is saying that he is the one, yes, who's the bread, he's the one who's the light, but Jesus is the I am. He is Jehovah. He is the God of the Old Testament. And people have a choice to make. Either accept who Jesus is, this great God who has come to rescue his people, this great I am, or they have to say he's a liar or a lunatic. Either he's someone deliberately deceiving people, or he's somebody who's mad, who has wrong ideas about himself, or he is the Lord of glory. If you're not a Christian, maybe coming up to Easter, it's time to search out this Jesus. Look in the Gospels at who he is. I am Jehovah, Yahweh, the God of the Old Testament. Amen.